The first theory of how and why we form relationships is known as the reward need satisfaction theory.
It's the idea that we're attracted to people who make us feel good, and if we meet someone when we're in a good mood, we tend to like them more.
Wow, is that true?
It sure is. It's like a business. We weigh up the profits and costs, and that helps us determine whether a relationship is profitable, or in other words, worth it. And this is what our interviewees think.
Yeah,
and then want to spend time with them.
Every relationship starts off selfish, I think, because you're doing it for the feeling that you get from it. Like, if you fancy somebody, you're going out on the date with it because you feel good from it, kind of thing. Like, you don't realise it
as well.
But then eventually you become more like friends, don't you? You become more like friends, and then you do it like.
Yeah, I
But then you might grow
grow
so much to them that you will want to do stuff for them.
Yeah.
So it's
when you
reason,
become like emotionally
process.
attached, it's not just about you. But I think at the start, obviously, it is like because you want the best for
Well, you have
yourself,
to
you
look
want
after
happiness for
yourself,
yourself, blah
don't
blah
you?
blah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think it's just for you at the start either. I think it's like your social group. I don't know.
But there's obviously something that attracts you to the person that you want to get to know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's also a study to support this.
In 1982, Kate asked 337 people to assess their relationships and found out that reward level was superior to all other factors in determining relationship satisfaction.
Are there any other ideas about how we form relationships?
Yep, it's called the similarity theory. This is the idea that we need similar attitudes and personalities to our partner in order to have a successful relationship, and we avoid those who are too dissimilar.
So, is it important for you guys to have the same sort of attitudes as your partner, or same beliefs, like religion or anything, like moral beliefs or political? Or...
Oh, morals, yeah.
I think,
Beliefs, no.
Political?
Don't mind.
I think it would be more controversial and
Yeah,
interesting
that's what
to
I
have
mean.
like political differences.
I mean, like, is it important for you to have the same views on sex before marriage or
abortion?
I think
Abortion.
you need
A bit
to
of a
be.
bad
I
time.
think sex before marriage might become a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
If one of you believes it and one of you doesn't.
Yeah.
Depends what you like.
Religion though.
Religion, though.
I wouldn't be able to, if they had a really ridiculous, well, if I thought it was a ridiculous religion, I wouldn't be able to like take their religion seriously. Like I'd try, but it'd all be pretend.
I don't think
like,
in this
I
day and
don't-
age, religion is not like a massive thing as it used to be.
Caspi found that similar married couples were happier than those who were dissimilar.
But what happens when you are in a relationship?
That's where the theories of maintaining relationships come in.
The first theory is called the social exchange theory. This states that our commitment to a relationship is dependent on the profitability of that relationship.
Sort of like reward needs satisfaction theory.
Exactly.
Oh.
no, if you're just in a relationship,
Yeah,
like,
say you had a
no,
boyfriend
yeah,
and someone else came along that you really liked, how would you decide whether to stay in the relationship or go on to that new person?
Pros and cons.
So pros and
You
cons.
make a list.
Like, most
So
pros
you-
and
we
cons.
usually do.
So you'd think about like
You'd weigh out your...
Oh, I'd
Positives.
see who I wanted to be with more. You just get the feeling, wouldn't you?
I do pros.
Pros and cons. Would you? Yeah.
think just
Good.
water, so it's okay.
But do relationships really work like that?
Well, it explains why women stay in abusive relationships.
They weigh up the profits and costs, for example, children, money, housing, and find that leaving the relationship is more costly than staying.
There's another theory too, the equity theory.
The equity theory is the idea that a successful relationship is based on equality, and if one person perceives that they're getting less out of a relationship than their partner, then it makes them unhappy.
Do you need to have a similar view on?
But
Yeah.
what happens if their religion said that like they had to go to church on a Sunday, or they had to go to mosque, or they had to go to wherever they had to go to, but the wife had to go with them, or when you got married it had to be a religious ceremony? I wouldn't, and that sounds very horrible, but I wouldn't want that. Because
If you fell
I
in
don't
love with them, you probably
think I
wouldn't
want a religion.
It probably wouldn't come down to that.
But then they'd have to
It probably had
compromise
nothing to
as
do with
well.
So
It's all about compromise,
yeah,
I think.
compromise.
Yeah.
I think,
You'd surrender a
Give
bit
and
if they
take.
surrendered a bit.
yeah.
I agree.
Damaris found that if the woman in a relationship was feeling underbenefited, then there is a greater risk of divorce.
Well, they say opposites attract, don't they? So
Pointing at the camera.
Yeah, I'm electronic and you're a human.
that
Get it
and, you know, personality. I both winked at it. Okay.
Yes.
So what about when you're actually in a relationship? How do you keep?
How do you maintain it?
How do you maintain it? How do
Have
you
you got
keep
any-
it going?
You're asking the wrong.
You got any
person.
tips for us?
Tips from my relationship experience.
I'd say I'd be best in this field, and I have so little experience.
So
Yeah.
the
What?
more you do,
Reminiscing?
when you're reminiscing in a couple
What?
of
When
weeks.
you're old?
In a couple
No,
of
she's
weeks.
on mine in a
right.
couple of weeks.
Say I went out with my boyfriend now and did an activity in a couple of weeks. We could talk about it.
What?
No, I went boyfriend. Didn't I? But I know that in place. Generally, you understand.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean.
I don't even know what way to take that.
Well, she's crusty.
She's crusting me.
She's crusting me.
I didn't say that at all.
You did.
I said she's crusty.
That's what I said. She's crusty.
I said she's crusting me.
So,
Yeah.
what do you look for in a partner?
There's white chocolate chip or brown chocolate chip.
Oh, I love.
Oh,
No,
right.
I'm so sorry. It's a one-to-one.
Sorry. I'll take all the cookies as well.
Can you give a pass over or what?
Oh,
White.
Yeah. Yeah, I love white.
Oh, you're picking white.
What is good? Jesus
Why are we
Christ,
being
it's cute.
videoed? Are you going to ask us questions while we eat cookies?
It's 2 for £2 at Morrison's.
Oh,
I don't want to be watched
Bad
eating in front of your whole psychology class.
They become your soulmate because they know, like,
They shape you.
really
and you
romantically,
shape them.
they shape your soul.
Yeah.
And then so then you kind of fit together after that.
no, it's just
I know it's cheesy, it's very
They
cheesy.
shape your soul. That's
No,
like
but-
what you found a packet of fortune cookies.
That's what Rihanna can do when she's older.
I'm not
They
going to
shape
be a
your soul.
fortune cookie. So, yes. I do think